I can't say I was really expecting to do this in such a way. Let me just make sure I'm not in, Okay, I think we're all good now. Yeah, I can't really say I was expecting to do this in this manner, but hello and welcome to ARL F2. We are here for the 4th round of the season here at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. There is always amazing to race here, no matter what series. Such an iconic circuit, of course, and it's actually my first time commentating this race in ARL for F2 because I was not here at this point last season. So yeah, in a way, I don't really know what to expect. Live. Of course, watched bits of it back and had the story told, but yeah, it's going to be a little bit different today. Love Belgium, of course, as a circuit, and apparently it says Minecraft. So I'm very sorry if you joined because you thought I was playing Minecraft. And I'm very sorry that you may have thought this was me racing. There was a few issues, of course, this week, and unfortunately, yeah, we'll try and fix them for next week, of course. But LMG, despite all this waffle, is going to take pole. By how much? Never mind. Yeah, because that makes total sense. Expilo has taken pole position, and for Belgium, that is by the smallest of margins. P1 for Expilo, and 4 points in the championship. We have a long formation lap, of course, coming up, so I'll tell you everything you need to know very, very shortly, but look at that, 0.029. I thought for a moment LMG had it in the bag, but it was Expilo that spoils the fun. Pluto in 3rd place with Gogglesaw in 4th. Very, very interesting top 4 there. Deluxe a long way back in 5th. Ahead of Rickson, Bennett and Matty. And then it's Boca in 9th. Communist 10th. Aronok in 11th. CJ Pants in 12th. Thrasher and Raptor significantly further back in 13th and 14th. So yeah, that is our grid all set up. What should be a thrilling race indeed. Very quickly, I am just gonna promote the stream to the league because, yeah, it's overcast here in Belgium. And that should all be done. Like I said, apologies for any inconvenience with... Hello. I'm sure it's inconvenient. People watching here. Still says Expilo has pole, which I think we get the gist of now. But 13 laps around Spa. Getting close to 2 minutes a lap. So we're looking at about 26-minute race when the lights go out. Oh, who was that in the background? I think a couple of people getting loose. Might have been Deluxe there in the Prema, getting heat into those soft tyres. The only person to start on the mediums, of course, is Thrasher. Let's actually have a look. Yeah, again, I'm sorry, because people think this is Minecraft. It's not Minecraft. Although I wish it was. Minecraft minecart race coming soon. If this ends up in the usual place on YouTube, then there's no worries about it. But, yep, unfortunately this is the way it is. I think Square's going to have a little look for us about what's actually happened. But, yeah, not something to really talk about at this moment in time. However, those 4 points for pole position for Expilo brings him just 7 points behind in this championship fight. LMG 23 back on Pluto, so it's still within a feature race win of him. In the Teams Championship, Carlin and High Tech are separated by just 9 points, with Carlin leading the way in that one. So, it's an absolutely thrilling fight so far between Pluto and Expilo, Carlin and High Tech. It's one to really, really get excited for. Should be a very gripping race. As Expilo leads us towards the famous bus stop chicane. It's had changes down the years, of course. This is the modern look now, though. And we are all set to go here as Expilo lines up in the first grid slot. And here we go then, everyone is formed up on the grid and we are going to get the 7th race of the season underway. It's round 4 from Belgium, it's the feature race as they're revving it up now. We're underway at Spa, it's a good getaway from Expilo as you can see there. Just keeps him in the lead into turn 1 with Pluto going down the inside of LMG, and that could be really crucial for the run down the Kemmel Straight. It is still side by side for second place. LMG might just have the edge of that one, giving Expilo a healthy lead here. We have a collision and off his CJ pants, I believe. Up Radion then, and it's still fairly clean at the moment. Communist slipstreaming Bennett. It's 2x2 here towards the back, and this should be a really interesting one to watch. But here's Pluto for second place. LMG fighting for the lead as he goes down the inside into Les Combes. And Pluto making it 3 wide. Oh my god, that is absolutely unbelievable if they make it through there. And LMG takes the lead for now because Expilo trying to fight around the outside but just has to back off. Pluto down to 4th with Goggle getting up to 3rd. Just has to back out on the apex there. Now he's under pressure from Deluxe. Ooh. Ooh, making contact there with his rear left. Pluto left in plenty of space, of course. While all this is happening, a little bit wide there. Goes Communist, but stays on the track after all of it. Campos 6 and 7 at the moment. Oh, everyone running wide there, maximising all of the track available. Rickson on Deluxe seems to be the closest brewing battle at the moment. Was a brave overtaking opportunity if you can get late on the brakes at the bus stop chicane. But no, it's Boca that gets through on Rickson. So, well, kind of came out of nothing. Communist and Matty Mumu side by side for P9 with Matty on the inside. Oh, a well-executed switchback if he can make this work, Communist. He's alongside. Might wish to back out as the wall comes up very quickly on the right-hand side. And now up the hill and onto the Kemmel Straight where Expilo trying to retake the lead of this Belgian Grand Prix. There he goes. His nose is in front into Les Combes with LMG trying to fight it around the outside. Can't quite get it done with Gogglesaw still in the fight for the lead as well. Pluto has dropped to about 8/10 back at the moment. There goes Matty then, sensing an opportunity on Rickson, who has since lost another position to Bennett. Be important overtake here for Matty Mumu as Rickson goes wide and has to stay wide all the way off the track. That's not the line you want to take. Captain Obvious here, but indeed he does get that done, Matty Mumu, and has his sights set on Bennett. Has his sights set on Boca and Deluxe. made back a separate little pack to form here. You can just see Deluxe, as it stands, has dropped out of DRS. Sun pokes through the clouds as we watch from the rear camera. Good run for LMG. Really good run for LMG, but he's just going to stay behind, play it safe, because there is a long DRS straight. And that slipstream effect from turn 1 to turn 4. Communist on Rickson, who's had a poor exit. I think what he may have done is cut the chicane there after outbraking himself. But again, on board with LMG. DRS enabled this lap. There's the detection point, and all 3 cars behind the race leader are going to have the effect, and the slipstream already working at the top of the hill. Expilo moves to the left hand side. LMG has the inside line and is going to be fully ahead into Lecom, with Expilo having nothing to offer. Boca on Deluxe. Good start by Boca, by the way. If I actually get this right one time. There we go. 4 places gained for Mr. Boca. And Rickson, oh, and Aaron Ocon, they're both off the track. So, maybe the two have come together. Again, the Fab Four, if you like, of this championship often. Oh, Raptor off the track. CJ getting through there. The Fab Four of this race so far have really been in a different class, with LMG now leading. And there should be many position trades with Expilo for the remainder of the race. I know these guys like their big parties. I just got to be in it for a bit before I got removed for the commentary purposes, but yeah, really just shows how people get along, how people want to race in this. Pluto on the verge of missing out that second gap, but here we go again. It's the famous run down to Eau Rouge. The other pit lane building on the right hand side, which takes you to the top of the hill where we are now. And Expilo again, this time pulling to the left hand side. Gogglesaw getting close as well. Look at the overspeed Gogglesaw has. But Matti Mumu is really making progress. And Deluxe has dropped a couple of positions now. Still in 7th, but Matty's up to 6th. Got his sights set on P5. So that was clearly just a blip in qualifying. Maybe just a poor lap. Well, definitely a poor lap putting him back there. And certainly not to his true pace. Oh, LMG just had to back off on the curb there. Our Tier 1 champion we're on board with. He has beaten VRT Lily. Oh, and that's braking late. Oh, he's just been pinched on the inside there as they funnel into the pit lane then. Out of nothing. At the bus stop chicane. Some contact made. Into the pits they go. With Gogglesaw now leading the race ahead of Pluto, whose opportunity it is to get past Gogglesaw. Maybe up into a net 3rd place here. Because Goggle has no one in front of him. No DRS for him. Just needs to perfect it at the top of the hill. Yeah, a good run here for Pluto. And remember, this is for a net P3. So it is important. The DRS open now. He may just be too far back. but will he go for it anyway? Yes, he's just got the overspeed, and down the inside he goes. They emerge into a shot now with Pluto on the outside. He keeps the inside for turn 6, and he has got that one done. And again, like I say, crucial. And CJ on Thrasher. CJ was around on lap 1, forced off the track there a little by Thrasher. Sure, it wasn't intentional. No penalties so far for anyone. The fastest lap at the moment goes to Expelo by 0.2 of a second. We should see these tumble down, as the medium tyres for sure are going to be a great race tyre to the end now. Nine-tenth advantage over LMG. He's so close to breaking that DRS. LMG seems to have struggled at P1. Matched him this time around though. As we're going to have Pluto and Goggle and Matty and the rest of those who haven't stopped yet into the pit lane. Thrasher will take the lead of the race very soon. Matty Mumu in, Communist in as well. Rickson will be to follow, and so will Aaron Ockham. Be CJ Pants that stays out behind Thrasher. So yeah, of course you can't really pit due to Communist. Rickson speeds in the pit lane and retires. GSR Thrasher takes the lead of this race, and see now CJ starting to struggle a little bit on those soft tyres. Over the top of the crest, but here we are then. This is the order. Expelo 6/10 lead over LMG. We'll still get really close to DRS here. Pluto 2.4 seconds back, and then a 1.7 second gap over Gogglesaw. So it is really just turning into an exclusive little fight here for the net lead of the race. About halfway through the race, 6.5 laps down, 6.5 to go. Again, we're on board with the chaser LMG as both cars come into sight with Pluto and Goggle basically out of this race lead fight now. And that's what pit stops can change. They've gone for the earlier stop. 1 lap earlier stop, but it has made all the difference with the pressure from behind. They should be able to get to the end very easily. It's never a difficult strategy. Fastest lap for LMG, 1 minute 57.8 as CJ Pants goes into the pit lane. Saw there LMG just going a little bit deep into the corner, but he's got a good run now, carrying that speed closer than he was on the previous lap. Just 0.4 is the gap now. It was 0.6 on the previous lap. But here we go then. The slipstream brings it down to 0.3 before the DRS is even opened. So here he goes. LMG pulls to the right hand side and takes what is going to be the net lead of the race once more. But Expelo most likely unbothered. Knows he still has championship points over Pluto here. He's still got so many more opportunities to retake the lead. Let's see. Deluxe ahead of Aaron Ockham. Kramer versus Charouz there. Deluxe up to P10, which will be net P9 once Thrasher pits. He might cause a bit of an obstacle for LMG. Not trying to be insulting, just stating it how he might feel if they do close up that gap quickly enough before he pits. It's looking likely, isn't it? That's like nearly a second in just a few corners. And using the slipstream to great effect. Short DRS zone. Oh, Thrasher is already into the pits. So what, he's going to be doing 5 laps? 6 laps on those soft tyres. Yeah, 7 and 6, won't it? Pluto makes its way back up into that podium position. Just needs to rely on a bit of a miracle now. Say these two come together. Extremely unlikely, by the way. I must add, but yeah, Speedo. DRS again. There's no doubt that he's going to retake the lead of this race once more. So many changes for the lead, and he's coming all on this Kemmel straight. CJ just out ahead of Thrasher there. Aronok on FRT Deluxe. These two swap places on the previous lap. Oh, Aronok onto the grass. That Annex Albon moment from 2019 when overtaking Sergio Perez. Leads them side by side. Oh, and that's going to be a spin for FRT Deluxe. Just pinched on the apex there by Aronok. Deluxe probably won't be too happy with that one. Gogglesaw is starting to build up a little bit of a train here with Boca 9/10 back, Matty 9/10 back, and then Bennett 9/10 back. So, still all to play for P4 as well. Invaluable championship points there. Expelo with the fastest lap as the lead car there. Although he did make the overtake with the DRS as well. It's just how efficiently he did it. And LMG will be hoping to do the same back as well. Good run. Gets the slingshot, as most racers like to refer to it as. And there you go. Expelo keeping tight to the left-hand side. LMG is through once more. It's actually Matty Mumu, 4/10 behind Mr. Boca. Spilo is still close here in the middle sector. Really pushing each other all the way at the moment. See what Matty can get up to, because it's a similar prospect here for P5 in this race. Into Puon. Important to not run wide. Both navigate it nicely. Again, Matty being a lot more aggressive with the curbs. It's not been too kind to him that time. And again, on board with Expelo. It's 2/10 separate them into the bus stop chicane. As we can see, an overtake for P11. Thrasher around the outside at Stavilo 1. Very impressive if he's managed to pull that off. On the soft tyres, of course, giving him the better grip. Still a point on offer if someone's to make a mistake or he genuinely... Oh, Expelo almost spins. And that could be the deciding factor in who takes this race win. If Expilo is still in DRS, he is not out of it. But let's see, he does still have DRS, and that was by the smallest of margins. Again, still a battle for P11, which is really interesting to see, no doubt. But Expilo has a lifeline then. A near spin, still in DRS. And that was the most important thing about that. Just survived it. Only just. CJ on Thrasher is becoming a great little battle with a bit of contact between them. Nine and a half tenths is the gap. One error could decide this race win right now. Still 9 tenths. Here we go again then, lap 11 of 13. It's been an exciting feature race so far. There's a little bit more suspense now as Expilo really has to do some work. Lost time, now is trying to find it at every corner, every braking zone, every turn on the racetrack. Every single input could decide who wins this race, and for Expilo, he'll want to be behind on lap 13 with the smallest gap possible, because we've seen you do tend to hold on to it. Oh, CJ and Thrasher, look at this for a battle, and it's still ongoing, and I'm sure they won't mind this one bit, because it's great to just have a battle when there's not an awful lot at stake in this case. But yeah, Thrasher and CJ having a great little fight. 7 tenths, it was about 9 tenths on the previous lap at this point in the lap, so it's always a good reference to make. How much have they actually gained? I say they, but in this case Expilo, it's applied for both over the course of these 11 laps so far. We've just started the penultimate lap, and let's have a focus further back. P4, Gogglesort still leading this train of Boca, Matty and Bennett, but a fastest lap for Expilo when he really needed it the most. This is an overtaking point right here with the gap that he has, but being smart, he wouldn't want to make it count. He's just got to complete it on the next lap, and that's all that matters. No DRS. He's no. Oh! Oh my God! As LMG lets him through. One of the situations that don't come about very often. But when they do, it almost ends in disaster, with Matty now putting pressure on Mr. Boca. They were side by side momentarily. It is a really good four-way fight here for P4 in this race. And we'll watch it while we can, because, oh, Matty and Boca. And Matty goes around the outside at No Name with Boca in a spin. Bennett getting caught up. And, well, flick away for 1 second. And that's what can happen. Thrasher and CJ as well. Boca wants to get this P6 back. Oh, Thrasher on CJ. Around the outside at No Name. It looks like they're having great fun. But for Expilo, he's opened the gap up to 8/10. LMG may have let him through. May have wanted to overtake him on this final lap. This next lap, I should say. But the gap is perhaps a little too big. Expilo can plan his defense already. Oh, he's around! Oh my god! LMG! It's gone from bad to worse. You could feel the heat there of what was about to become a possibility of winning this race. Oh wow. So, for Expilo, it was all about planning a defence. Yeah, there's no one behind him. For 4 seconds, in fact. Aaron Ocon on Deluxe. This is for 2 points. Bennett on Boca. Bennett and Boca side by side. Boca has the corner, but Bennett still trying to make it work around there. It's not going to be, though. Deluxe and Aaron Ocon, again, these two have been close all race, and still the case on the final lap. Expilo with a 4.4 second lead, which after 13 laps of this race was totally the most unexpected thing we could have seen. Aaron Ocon, of course, becomes the first and only driver to get a penalty in this race. But what an unbelievable drive, and there's still maybe a podium on the cards if Gogglesaw can have an incredible run down to the bus stop chicane. He's actually got a really good exit, so let's see how this plays out. But still watching Expilo out in front. Let's watch Gogglesaw, because this is for a podium position. And LMG, who was going to gain some points on Pluto in the championship, like Expilo has, as he crosses the line and wins an incredible feature race. And can Gogglesaw get it done? It's going to be the outside line for the final corner. Oh, he's off the track at the moment. They've made contact, and LMG is grinding against the wall, and he loses 4th place. And it's going to be 5th for LMG. Oh my days. These are the race results then. Wow. Excuse me. Oh, for God's sake, Raptor. I was wondering what was keeping us back for so long. Hurry up, Raptor. Beginning of this one, Expilo had an 11-point deficit to Pluto, and all of a sudden, with pole, that turned to 7. With first place, that turned into the championship lead. Yeah. Spilo has taken the championship lead ahead of this sprint race, and he could know the significance in that with his weaving across the line. Here are the final results then, coming up on the screen now. With Xpilo, the winner. 9 points in that race alone. But when you add the 4, yeah, it is the championship lead for Xpilo. Dutcher gained 13 points on him already when he needed to gain 11 in this round. But however, there is still a sprint race where Pluto can pull it back, of course. Golgasaur in third ahead of Matty and LMG, separated by 5/10. And where LMG isn't happy of that move that Goggle made on the final lap. I will actually take a little bit of a look and provide a bit of an opinion while we wait. Yeah, there's certainly contact that Goggle has. He's just moved left into him, and then while on the traction as well, LMG's gone over to the left with the wheel spin as well. It takes him over into the wall. I mean, I know it's all kind of heat of everything, but what I would have done is just lifted off there, got it to the line in 4th place. I think he cost P4 himself there. But yeah, Communist ahead of Bennett, Boca and LMG in this sprint race. The top 4, Matty, Goggle, Pluto and Xpilo. Then next, of course, as the top 8 gets reversed, Deluxe outside the top 8 in 9th, Amonocon in 10th, and it's CJ, Thrasher, Raptor and Rixon, who hasn't gone anywhere and will quickly get disqualified from both the formation lap and the race. So, let's see how this one goes then. 9 laps in this one to compensate for the lap length. Everyone on the medium tyres, of course. I don't think there's really much need because everyone's going to be on the medium tyres. You all know that. So let's get some position changes up, actually, because it's always interesting to see who makes progress in these sprint races. Apparently, we're going to have rain halfway through before it turns dry again. What on earth? This could be absolutely chaotic. This could be dancing on ice. Could be anything. Pluto, of course, has Xpilo in his mirrors for the start. Be important to try and keep that man behind for the entire thing. Pluto wasn't right on the pace of Xpilo and LMG during that one. I think it's already raining. It is already raining. We have rain already, and therefore I'm going to go back to the tyres. So, just put when people pit and things. And for what tyre? Because it depends if it gets wet enough. Then if it gets dry enough. You know, there's could be anything here. Up we go then. Oh, Bennett and Boca actually got disqualified. Just missed that. But yeah, they weren't too far away from the line. So maybe they'll have cold tyres, but I think everyone's will be getting a little bit cool as the rain starts to fall. With Communist in first then. We've got the last car forming up now as the lights come on for the second race of the evening. It's the 8th race of the season. It's a sprint race in Belgium. We are underway for the sprint race as Communist gets a good getaway ahead of Bennett. And Boca, slow start. LMG coming around the outside already. Expilo, Pluto there as well. There's already a yellow flag. That's for Rickson. So my bad there. Goggle ahead of Expilo. And Pluto already up to P5. But it's side by side. Up Radion as LMG goes super wide. Comes back on the track right in front of the Campos. And here comes Pluto. And here comes Bennett. And Bennett takes the lead. And Pluto trying to go 2 in 1. But Boca moves left as he wants to move on LMG as well. They all want a piece of it. As Boca, Goggle, Expilo side by side with Goggle. Deluxe side by side with Matty Mumu. And Expilo gets ahead of Gogglesaw. He's just 2 places behind Pluto. How long can Expilo's 6th place last as Gogglesaw goes up the inside at Bruxelles? Now into No Name. Expilo back down the inside. Deluxe on the inside. Getting left. Not enough space there, probably, in his view. But wow. We've had 2 incredible lap 1s, and that is just what Belgium is all about. Pluto looking for a move on Communist MV. As the rain continues to trickle down, it's really not that heavy. Barely noticed it on this first lap. It could all change at any point. As here comes Pluto around the outside at the bus stop chicane, late on the brakes. He's got the inside for the final corner, and that should be that for Pluto. Getting up into P3 already. Huge. Absolutely huge. Expilo up to 5th and just 2 places behind his championship rival. Here comes Mr. Boca on Pluto as he looks to take this 3rd place back. The Campos goes around the outside of the Carlin. It turns into the inside, but Pluto has done really well to hold on there. However, he does go wide, and this invites Boca and back in to P3 for good here. Oh, Expilo on Pluto. They're side by side into No Name corner. Expilo with the outside line. He's going to be forced right up against the wall here. And behind he goes. Pluto just hanging on for dear life now against Expilo. There again. Separated by nothing on track. Somebody's gone off. I think it's Deluxe. But I think CJ Pants as well maybe in trouble. I think it was more Deluxe than anything. Looked like he went to Germany and back. Is Germany the next country? Like that? I don't know. That's why I didn't take geography. Oh, Deluxe! That's the barrier. And that was a big clonk. Again. So the bus stop chicane. Some rubbing further back. I think it's Deluxe and Aaron Ocon maybe, considering that one of them, Deluxe, is miles off the circuit. It's not the first time on that lap. Lap 3 of 9 will be a third of the way through this race at the end of this lap. The track conditions should improve towards the end of the race. I don't think we'll need the wet tyres at all. There's not really any spray coming up from the slicks. LMG. Now with the DRS, of course, as we have another fight for the lead, as LMG is around for the second time already in today's race. And Boca! Oh, there's contact between the two of them. And three. Bennett! Oh my god! Oh, Bennett is around from the lead of the race. It's an absolute disaster. We've got another car around. It's Thrasher. So much going on already. Still a yellow flag. And that's Deluxe around. What on earth is going on? We've had 4 cars around. DRS is disabled. The track conditions are too bad now for the medium tyres. As down the inside goes LMG. Surely not here. He's actually going to get it done with Boca just having to back out there. This is like, what, 2007 Belgium all over again? Might have been 2008 actually. But those years were too good. I was about 2 years old. 3. 2 or 3 years old. Depends when. But, wow. Expelo. Now, looking for a move on Pluto. Oh, they've really got to slow down through here. That's LMG running wide off the track. And who would have thought he was 3rd place in the middle sector. Now back up into the lead of the race. And they're all going to be pitting for the wet tire. Pluto stays out. And Pluto has chosen to stay out here, hoping that the track conditions improve. This could be a stroke of genius. Or this could be a total failure. I don't think Raptor's pit, so Raptor is trying the same thing. The track conditions out there are now shocking, as everyone is on to the wet tyres here. But will the track conditions improve? There's a yellow flag. Not quite sure what that's for. Pluto leads by 4.2 seconds on the medium tyres. LMG has just emerged from the pit lane. Thrasher up to 4th place here as well. 15 seconds to catch LMG to Raptor. And then what, a further 10 seconds to the race leader Pluto. So about 24 seconds to the race lead here, LMG. And in that time, the track conditions could well change back and suit the mediums. Because according to, I think, Pluto, I saw it from first, it is due to dry up again. Communist on Gogglesaw, and Thrasher on the medium tyres has spun around. Got to inch his way back onto the track. He's got a gap now, which he can do it. But yeah, Thrasher now struggling on those mediums. He's almost around again. It'll be no different for Pluto, Matty, Raptor. It's just a case of how good is their car control. Look at the gap. LMG is starting to close. Already down to 8 seconds behind Raptor. Let's go to the gap to the leader. So it's going to be extremely important in the next few laps. Mr. Boca's got a good run on Aaron Ocon, and he could get him before Blanchimont. Deluxe has crashed. Deluxe has crashed at Stavler. Safety car! Oh my days, a safety car in a sprint race. And this could give the track more time to dry out. Potentially, if this rain does stop, and I'm not saying it's guaranteed. I'm just going for what I've been told in this race. Well, safety car deployed here. Field neutralised. No overtaking, but they'll be bunched up on the next lap. So, waiting to pick up the leader. What a race so far. Wow. Thrasher has gone on to soft tyres. That is the greatest gamble of the season, if this pays off. Although, he does have to find a whole lap behind the safety car in soft tyres in wet conditions. Now, it doesn't seem to be easing as of yet. Pluto will be wanting to maximise the time. Or minimise the time in terms of laps spent in these conditions. It's obviously, it's a slower car right now. He's the quickest of the three medium runners, but then LMG would have pulled that gap, would have brought that gap back, I should say, in just a few laps. So yeah, maybe he's just trying to take it nice and he's pitting. They're actually going to pit. Matty stays out, but Pluto has gone for the pit stop. Raptor stays out as well. Well, that's interesting. They're slicks! They're soft tyres! And, well, I thought it might have been for wet. He surprised me and gone for the soft tyres. And again, this could be an incredible gamble. And it's the same with what Thrasher's doing. I think the track conditions are... No. Still look... Yeah, they still look really damp. And of course, it's still raining, so... That's not yet to change. But Pluto has gambled, gone down to P7 and taken a fresh set of soft tyres. You know what? I fully agree with that. I thought he was going to pit for the wets and it's like, what's the point? But I agree, Pluto, with that call. If, and only if, it is definitely going to dry up. I'm sure he knows better than what I do at this point. But that's the fun of it, you know. Matty and Raptor, AI there momentarily. We're just checking the tyres people are on. Looks like it's going to be extremely important. Whole grid not yet to catch up. Bennett and Thrasher on the soft tyres still too as well. Sky's getting a little bit brighter. The rain is starting to ease slightly. And, well, could be genius from Matty, Raptor, Pluto, Bennett, Thrasher, all those that are currently on the slick tyres. And this could well be a Matty, well, if Pluto overtakes the two, could well be a Pluto, Matty, Raptor podium. And if Raptor gets a podium, we all want Raptor to get a podium. The rain stopped. Absolute geniuses, those who have stayed on the slick tyres, and especially to Pluto, who now on the soft tyres has got the best grip out of everyone. He'll have the best warm-up, he'll have the best pace, and this surely should be a cruise to victory. If he overtakes Raptor and Matty with ease, we're going to have one more lap behind the safety. Yeah, people are pitting. Someone's already going in for the slick tyres. LMG and Xpilo have stayed out. Communist, Goggle, Boca, Aaron, CJ Pants coming into the pits as well. All for the soft tyres. It's that time. This may not be plain sailing after all. Because they've got... yeah. They can get the gap back. The time lost under the safety car back. Still in similar positions. The only people who are really screwed are LMG and Xpilo, who are going to lose valuable points in the championship. And Pluto should be taking the championship lead once more. We're going to have 2 laps left of racing, I believe. Looking at the rear wing of Pluto, you can see drivers arriving in shot. They have made it to the back of the pack. I'm sure the Thrashers went for that soft gamble. Yeah, doesn't look so heroic after all, but he was the first to try it. Technically it's worked, he just thought of it earlier than everyone else. But the safety car is in this lap for 2 more laps of racing, and who doesn't love 2 laps more of racing? And it's going to be Matty Mumu that gets us underway again as the safety car has peeled into the pit lane. And we are going green here. And Pluto... Oh, it's because Xpilo has pitted, sorry. Yeah, I thought that might have been a premature overtake. But LMG has stayed out on the wet, which is perhaps the most bizarre thing I've seen of all of these different strategies. I don't know why you'd stay on the wet tyres, but... fair enough. Backwards he goes very shortly, but Matty leads out of Raptor and Pluto, and then LMG in 4th place as Communist about 1.3 behind him. Raptor is about 2 seconds in front of Communist. It'll be the main threat of pushing him off the podium, but now it's Goggle ahead of Communist, so a change in positions very quickly between the two of them. Pluto is ahead of Raptor already and already has his sights set on Matty Mumu. Xpilo is down in 12th place, 28 seconds off the leader, and that is surely going to be no points in the bag for this one. Goggle, sorry, Communist. That was Communist, pushing LMG through, and Boca as well, getting involved. Goggle saw at the inside. Yeah, I don't think they've realised, really, LMG has no grip. As Bennett comes through, Boca's around, Communist is off the track, and again, a chaotic lap here. Oh, Aaron Ocon getting feisty. Giving Bennett the elbows, and Bennett up the inside, doing it back to him. When he runs wide, and up the inside goes Aaron Ocon again. They fight here for P6 out of all of this. CJ as well, now in the points, going for 7th, going for potentially 6th here. Had a good run, just had to back out of it there. Aaron Ocon again looking for the move. 1 lap to go. Pluto with the fastest lap, a 2:05. Should be able to smash that on this final lap. But can he get past Matty? He's got good traction, good grip. And here he goes. Overage and Radion. Oh, look at that. It's effectively made a switchback on Radion. Gogglesaw versus Raptor for the podium. But Matty still... Yeah. Might have to try something different here. Might have to hope for a miracle to snatch back the lead of the race. But look at Gogglesaw. His grip on the soft tyres. Can Raptor hold on to this P3? Gogglesaw has the grip and is trying every single millimetre of track. CJ Pants on Aaron Ocon. Aaron Ocon running wide there. But for Xpilo, a terrible sprint race after all of that. Here comes Goggle for P3, by the way. Gogglesaw has it done, and Raptor's hopes of a podium drift away on the final lap. Got to credit him though for the strategy attempt. Tyre's just not on it in the minute. Gogglesaw's actually run quite wide there. Still manages to hold it together. For Pluto though, 17 points gained on Xpilo again. After losing the championship lead in the feature race, he's got it back with a masterclass of strategy in a dry, wet, dry race. A stonking fastest lap as well to finish it off. Pluto wins the sprint race. Oh, what an incredible couple of races we've had. Gogglesaw in 3rd, Raptor in 4th, Communist 5th, Bennett 6th, CJ 7th, Boca, Aaron Ocon, Thrasher, LMG, well, might not even get 11th place here. Gave him the squeeze there, but Xpilo gets P11 and fastest lap. So he's actually just gone and snatched 2 points off Pluto. So, fair play. It could be an important and deciding 2 points. Raptor giving us a pose for his driver of the day today. Yeah, why not? Raptor driver of the day. And here's the podium. Let's take a final little look at the sprint race results, and that'll be it for today. Sorry about the way this was streamed, but it should all be sorted for as early as this weekend, and I think it is already sorted in fact, so I'll give it a bit of a test later on. I won't stream of course, but we'll see if everything's logged in, and that should all be fine and dandy. But Pluto gets 17 points. He doesn't though. What's he got 17 points for? He didn't get fastest lap. Okay, well, should have 15. There's Matty, Goggle and Raptor. Communist, Bennett, CJ. Mr. Boca gets the final point in that one, with Aaron Ocon missing out due to a penalty. Thrasher, Xpilo, LMG, and then DNF for Deluxe, and DNF for Ryan as well. Thank you everyone for tuning into this race. It's been a pleasure having your company as always. Hopefully back to normal next week, like I said. And until next time, have a very good evening. Goodbye.